Hello and happy live stream music Monday. My name is Mary Lobb. I am a singer songwriter in New York State, sometimes New York City as well. And I am coming to you live actually from Brooklyn today. So I hope that you're doing well. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about what to do when you're not feeling so hot, um, some different coping mechanisms and kind of tools in the toolbox that have been super helpful for me and I think might be helpful for you as well. So I wanted to share them. I'll play a little bit of music and then also just wanted to have a fun hang with y'all, see how you're doing. So last week I was here on Friday and I was releasing my newest single, Iceberg. So if you haven't heard it yet, you can visit my website at marylab.com and it's right there on the homepage. You can take a listen. It's also on all the streaming platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, um, all the platforms. So feel free to check it out. It's Maryelobb. I think you would enjoy this song. And the reason that I want to talk a little bit about self care when you feel like shit is because I wrote that song when I was really super sad and heartbroken and disappointed. And it helped me get to the other side of those emotions. Um, so I felt like it would be helpful to talk a little bit more about that. I've had some friends in my life who are going through different things. And it just made me think, you know what, this might be really helpful for them and probably some other people out there as well. So I am not a doctor. I am not a therapist. um, I'm just sharing some methods that have worked well for me in the past. So, and hope that they'll work well for you as well. So, my partner and I, we talk about this. We use an acronym called CESME. Putting that in the chat. And I haven't gotten to a place where it's like the order that I want things to be. But basically, if you're not feeling great, and I'm talking more like an emotional, mental state, which obviously then affects our just health, our physical state as well. But if you know that your mind's just like not right, like you're feeling sad, you're feeling blue, feeling disappointed, or anxious. These five things might help. So the first one, C stands for create, and creating can be anything. For me, it's music. You know, creating songs is a really helpful way for me to process my emotions, to kind of work through things. But it could also be cooking. It could be um, writing a letter or whatever it is that you do in creation. I think there's so many different ways to create. And a lot of times when you get lost and in the zone of that, it can really help you kind of reconnect with yourself and who you are. Um, so the next one is exercise. So any sort of exercise, if you're not feeling really well, like running, yoga, really whatever works for you, walking. Um, and if you do like going for a walk, one thing that can kind of really help you reconnect with yourself when you are walking out and about, um, focusing on the five senses. So okay, you see something, what is the color of what you see? Or what do you smell? What do you hear? Um, Obviously, taste isn't going to come into play as much, but what does the air feel like on your skin? So, kind of getting in touch with your five senses can really help as well. And a walk just around your neighborhood can really help with that. Um, So another thing is sleep. If you're not feeling well, have you been sleeping lately? Have you been getting, 7 or 8 or 9 hours of sleep a night? And if not, maybe that might help, or even taking a nap if you have the time. Another one, so M stands for meditation. So I'm not the best at meditating on my own, but I will share some links of a group meditation. There's an organization that's based in Brooklyn, but they have an online format, and they do guided meditations multiple times a day throughout the day. So I'll share that link. They're called Heal House. It's amazing, amazing organization. And then there's also another resource. This woman, Dway Kwok, she wrote this book called Calm Clarity, and she talks a lot about meditation. She had pretty severe post-traumatic stress disorder. She was in she's originally from Vietnam, and she was in a refugee camp when she was a young kid, and then moved to Philly and kind of a rough neighborhood. Um, and then ended up going to Harvard, and that's really when her PTSD hit her strong, just being able to cope, um, and she had to bring herself to the ER, but then she decided, kind of after that experience, that she wanted to use meditation to help with her anxiety, and so she wrote a whole book on this experience, and she has some guided meditations as well that have been like super, super helpful for me, and might be helpful for you as well. So I'll share those links as well. What's the second E? What's the second E, Bernie? I can't remember. So create, exercise, sleep, meditate. Oh, eat. So what are you eating? Fruits and vegetables are good. Turkey is supposed to be really good for your brain if you eat it with like some whole wheat foods. Um, Turkey has been like really helpful for me. I don't know. It's like a good protein, and then it's also supposed to be great for serotonin levels in your brain, which can reduce anxiety. So yeah, so I wanted to share some of that with all y'all. How can I forget to eat? That's true. Yeah. Um, but so yeah, so I wanted to share that. In terms of just health and well-being, and always, I think the first step of feeling better is knowing that you're feeling bad. So you can't really fix a problem until you know that you have a problem. So I think that some of those, so using the CESME as a way to kind of reconnect with yourself, get in touch with yourself, and allow yourself to feel those feelings, which can be really painful, and quite uncomfortable. Um, but there's like a light at the end of the tunnel with it. Um, so, and once you know that you're not feeling well, getting in touch and figuring out kind of what it is. Those are some exercises that you can use to be present with yourself and what it is that you're feeling. So, meditation, walking, some breathing exercises. So, a nice breathing exercise that I like to do actually before I sing is what's called a breath wheel. So, you're going to breathe. Let's do it together. It's going to be so fun. So, you're going to I always like to do the exhale twice as long as the inhale, because apparently that helps strengthen your vagal tone. The vagus nerve is a nerve that is the only nerve in our body that's connected from our brain down to our internal organs. So it is a way to connect the brain with the body. Um, and so when you exhale, that kind of helps strengthen the vagus nerve and that relationship between your brain and your body. So let's we're going to inhale. I want you to imagine that your breath is like a wheel. So you're going to inhale for 2, and then you're going to exhale for 4. Okay? So let's do it together. Ready? So inhale for 1, 2, exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and inhale 1, 2, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale 1, 2, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale 1, 2, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale 1, 2, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it go. Yeah, awesome. So I usually do that before I sing, but I often do it before performances too. Like if I'm feeling a little nervous, it's a way to kind of help me bring myself back to center. But also, as you get better at it, you can raise the numbers a little bit. So in for 4, out for 8, in for 6, out for 12, right? Um, and it feels so freaking good. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. Another thing to help you be present and to connect with your body is listening to music. Um, and another way to connect with what's going on is journaling. You could try journaling. You could try talking with a friend. And if things really don't feel right, maybe talk with your doctor, right? So here's a song. Hopefully, if you're not feeling so hot, it might help kind of uh, let that energy move through you. This song is called Changing, and it's off my second, no, it's off my third album, Top of the Trees. And you know, the cliche saying that the only thing constant in life is change is so true. Um, but I think there is a constant of, you know, despite all the changes, of getting in touch with yourself and finding that home and that peace inside of yourself, which you can do with what we were just talking about. Gentle, be gentle now. Don't give hearts away. Look deep inside yourself. What wants to come out and play? Kind, don't be kind now, and let the flowers bloom. You don't have to be the brightest in the room. Times are changing, ready or not. Windows are blowing, can't turn back the clock. All you can do is find some peace inside you. Be close to who you are now. Don't let your insides fade away. Count all your tears and slowly let them go. Your heart is shouting now, it's time to flow. At times are changing, ready or not. Who Don't be ashamed to love with all your might. Don't be afraid to change if it feels right. Let the road carry you home. Remember, home is forever changing. Ooh, ooh, times are changing, ready or not. Windows are blowing, can't turn back the clock. All you can do is find some peace inside you. All you can do is find some peace, some peace inside of Namaste. Yeah. So find that. I wish you peace. I hope that you find peace inside yourself no matter what's going on in your life and all the changes that we feel, all the ups and downs, all the external changes. If you can find a way to feel some peace within, that's really pretty much what I write about, what I spent my career working on, and what I try to find in music for myself is that inner peace. So I hope that you feel some of it when you listen. I hope that it helps you find a similar sense of peace. Um, and thank you so much to all who came to the live stream release party on Friday. That was super fun. I felt like my heart was beating um, so fast, and I felt something that I've never felt before. It was an excitement, because I'm always excited to sing and share music. Um, but it was deeper than that. It felt like it just felt like this moment in time where everything was coming together and connecting. Um, like all these little synapses in the brain were like coming together to make something beautiful that I can't quite describe yet. But I hope you enjoyed the song. I hope you enjoyed the experience. And I hope that things feel like they're coming together for you in your life. Um, so I do want to make an announcement around this song, the song Iceberg. Um, I am co-hosting an event with a um, fellow collaborator. Her name is Stacy Steinmiller. She is a therapist who has gone coach, like doing life coaching now. And we will be hosting an event on Tuesday, March 21st at 7 p.m. and it is a workshop. It's 1 hour. It's online. It's free. I will post the sign up link below. But we're using the song Iceberg as a way to talk about self-care when your heart is feeling shattered, when your heart's been shattered. So that could be so many different things like disappointment, heartbreak, but how to kind of deal with that in a healthy way. And so I'll be sharing some of the behind the scenes of writing the song Iceberg, but there'll be some journaling and some sharing and conversations. And Stacey's going to share some of her expertise on just the human experience and how we tend to cope with things. Um, and we'll be brainstorming ways to cope in a healthy, more productive, and proactive way. So I hope that you join us. It's going to be super special. And so we've had some folks sign up already. If you're interested, I will post that link so that you can sign up as well and join us. We would love, love, love to have you there. All are welcome. We'd love your energy with us. So, yeah, I think that's it for today. So, gosh, I feel like it went by so quickly. But I am sending so much love and gratitude to all of you who are listening and who are a part of this community where we are using music as a way to live life with an open heart. I know that living life with an open heart is so challenging. For me, it is very challenging, but it's something that I strive to do and want to do. And music is a way, is a tool that I use. So I'm really so honored to connect with you in this way. And if you have any questions, please uh, please direct message me or put a comment post in the comments and email us. I'd love to have you on so that I can keep you up to date with all of the upcoming performances and events. And the link for the workshop will be in those emails as well. I'll be sending one out this week. Okay, sending so much love to all of you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week. Take care.